in Switzerland, in the north of Switzerland, and I have to work in a motorway because I'm a business. I I'm I work in a building site in a motorway, and I'm a supervisor of this building site. Tomorrow it will a long day.
It will be.
Because it will be a long day because I'll come back home at 7 p.m. And I'll have many things to do in this building site. But for the weekend, I can rest. I'll have some dinner with friends, and I'm married and I have 2 children.
Nice. Tell me more about your children. How old are they?
Yeah, Sofia is 10, and Luca. Sofia is my daughter, and Luca is my son. Luca is 8, and they go to school, to the primary school.
And what do they like to do? Do they like to paint, to dance, to play video games?
Yeah, Sofia go to swim.
Goes
To swim, and like Luca. Luca goes to swim too. Luca go to judo.
Goes
To judo. And Sofia goes to sing in a choir.
in a tour.
Sure.
You can use the word both. They both go to swim. So check the meaning of the word both. So both means that one and another.
Yeah.
All right, and what about your spouse, wife? What is she doing? What is her occupation? What's her job?
Yeah, my wife, she works like chef in a canteen of kids' school near our home. And she's a mother, and she manages home. She manages home, and she's 45.
And what do you do together when you have free time? Maybe you go to the cinema, or you arrange some picnics. Or what do you do when you have free time together with your family?
Yeah, I understand the question. I don't understand together.
Together, all right.
Together.
Together. It means you
together.
and other people.
Yeah.
So all of you.
Your pronunciation is together.
Together.
Together. Yeah. I don't hear well.
You will get used to it. You will get used to it. So it means that you need to listen to English speech more, and then you can understand the words better.
Yeah.
So what do you do together when you have free time?
Yeah, it depends because we don't have sorry, we haven't a lot of free time with two children because they in at the weekend they have to finish their homework. But on Sunday we went for lunch to wife's home, and we went to dinner. To my home, to my the home of my family.
All right, so it's better to say we don't have free time, because if you say we haven't, haven't is used in the form present perfect, like we haven't seen, we haven't done.
Yeah.
So, and when you want to say negative form in present simple, you use don't, like we have, we don't have, we like, we don't like, we go, we don't go. All right, and tell me about your parents. Do they live close to you? What do they do when they have free time? How often do you meet them?
Yeah, I I have a mother because my father is died many years ago, and my mother is 84, and she lives at about 15 kilometers from my home, and she is a grandmother, and I go to I go to her. I go to her.
I meet her.
I meet her at the weekend. Sometimes in Saturday, or sometimes in Sunday. On Sunday.
Or you can say on Saturdays and on Sundays.
Yeah.
All right. And do you have some plans for the future, or maybe goals or dreams? So plans, goals,
Yeah.
dreams. So what are they?
Yeah, I have a dream. I have many dreams.
All right, tell me more.
Yeah. My dream, my goal is to improve my English, to travel. I would like to travel, to know many countries, many peoples, and on over the world. And in my life I don't travel a lot because I don't have a business to do this. But now I work. I have a good job, and I can travel with my family. So I have to improve my English to travel.
So you said peoples, and it's needless to say peoples, because people, it means a lot of people. So one is a person and a lot of people. And here we are using our new word, need less. So no need. So like we don't need to say need less. All right. Which countries would you like to visit? United States or Caribbean islands? China?
I would like to visit England and Ireland.
Why? For what reason?
Because in England and Ireland there are many people that speak English. I'm joking. We went to London. We went to London last April, and we went to London in November of the last year, the 2018, and I like a lot London. I like a lot the England culture. English
Culture.
Yeah, I like transport in of London. I like organization of the society in England.
What do you mean by saying organization of the society? Try to explain me more. What did you like in organization of the society?
Yeah, I mean that all things work very well. If I go in an office to ask an information, I find a person that give me this information. It's easier to travel with public transport. It's London is expensive, but it is an amazing town. There are many things to see, and I think that all is organized well.
You can say everything. All right, so you said go in the office. So we use in when we don't make a movement. So I'm at the office or I'm in the room. When you are moving somewhere, you need to say go to the office. So we use to show the movement. Go to sleep, go to the office. And when we are somewhere, it's stable, we don't move, we can say in or at. And instead of all, you can use the word everything. So everything works very good. Do you think that London is in London you need more money than in Switzerland?
Sorry?
Do you think that in London you need more money for your living than in Switzerland or in Italy?
Yeah, no, it depends. But I think in compare with Italy is more expensive. In compare with Switzerland is like Switzerland.
All right. In comparison to, wait a second. So you should say in comparison to. Because the word
comparison.
Yes,
In comparison.
Compare. Compare. We use to compare. So to compare and a comparison.
Comparison. What's the difference
A verb,
between?
yes, one is a verb and another one is a noun. So to compare, it's a verb.
Yeah, it's like in comparison to.
Yes, and comparison, it's a noun. So when we say in, we need to say in something, like in addition to. So addition is a noun, to add is a verb. So we can say I can compare it, but it's a verb. But when we need to use a noun is a comparison.
Okay.
So we say a comparison to, in comparison to, or in addition to. But when we need to use a verb, we can say I can compare or I can add. And what about...
So I should have to say to compare Switzerland.
You can say in
with London.
You can say if we compare, if you can say if to compare, if to compare.
If I compare Switzerland with London, it's correct.
Yes, it's correct, and correctly to say in comparison to, like London, in comparison to New York is good city.
London is in comparison to New York is a good city. Okay,
so you
comparison.
Can comparison.
Comparison.
Yes. So you can check this word in the dictionary.
Okay.
You can do it now. So write down comparison.
Comparison. Yeah. The act or instance of comparing.
So it's the act of comparing. Below you can see examples of comparison. And you can read all these examples if you need to understand this word better. So, and you can do it in all other cases. And if you write down the verb compare, write down now compare in the dictionary.
Okay. Compare. Yeah. Estimate, measure, or not this measure, or not the similarity or dissimilarity between.
So here you can see that it's a verb, and you can see interesting word, dissimilarity. So similarity, do you know the meaning of the word similarity?
Sorry?
Do you know the meaning of the word similarity? Similar or the same, and this similarity, it means not the same. So this means like not. So this similarity. All right, and what about your children?
Sorry. How can save these words in my?
You should copy the word dissimilarity and put it in the field where you are looking for the word. and you need to make a search. Then it will be saved in the history. So if you find interesting word,
when I push the star with the save,
you need to make an account in Google.
Okay.
You will do it after the lesson. So after the lesson, you can make an account. You write down your information, like what password, what login do you want to have, and after that you can just write these words that you find interesting and push the star. For today I can write these words here in our chat. So dissimilarity and similarity, compare, comparison, and estimate, measure. If we are talking about your children, where do you want your children to live? In what country? So imagine they are 35 years old. Where do you see them? In Switzerland, in Italy, in London, on the Caribbean islands, in China? How do you think?
But my children, where they
want to live?
They live.
Yes, where do you want them to live?
Okay, my children. I would like to live. I
would like my children
my children live
to live
in England.
Why?
Sorry, is my daughter.
All right. She's so cute.
Yeah, she goes to bed, and I think for my children in Italy, the future is not well, and I would like my children live in England or in USA.
And what's the difference between England and the United States? How do you see it?
I think the England and the USA are similar, because USA and England are the same culture.
They have the same culture.
They have the same culture. And I think in these countries there are many possibilities to make business, to work for my children.
And where do you want them to work? In what sphere? Do you want your children to be engineers, or maybe bloggers, or singers, or sportsmen, or politicians, cosmonauts?
I would like my children
to be
a job they do very well.
To be
is not important, but they have to do this job well. I I don't know. I don't know what kind of job.
So you can say, I would like my children to be politicians or some other profession. Or you can say, I would like my children to have a job they will be good at. That's another way how you can say it. Alright, and what about the weather? Don't you think that in London the weather is not good and it's very cloudy and rainy? Hi, and it's very, very cold.
Sorry, it's a printer here, and they have to
Alright.
print some pictures, I think.
Alright, so
could
yes.
you repeat me the question?
Yes, don't you think that in England the weather is very cold?
Yeah,
That in the United States
it's rain. It's rain always.
it's raining. It's always raining, and in the United States you can find regions where in the summer it's very hot and sunny, like Miami Beach or Florida or some other cities. So it is always raining. It's
also raining. Yeah, the weather and the food is not good in England and in USA. Like Italian food is better. I know.
What's your favorite? Yeah. What's your favorite Italian dish? What's your favorite Italian dish?
Sorry, bimbi, dopo dai, per favore. Sorry.
What's your favorite Italian dish?
Yeah, but I like a lot of pasta.
What's your favorite pasta?
Yeah, I like pasta with tomato.
So bolognese.
And, sorry?
Bolognese. I think it's called bolognese. So there is carbonara, bolognese with tomatoes.
Okay, bolognese. Okay, bolognese. Like this. Bolognese is with meat.
Yes. So you like...
In Italian is bolognese.
Yes. So do you like this pasta with meat or without meat?
Yeah, I like pasta. Yeah, but there are many dishes in Italy too. Very, very good. I like a lot pasta. Yeah. I don't like a lot meat, but I like meat. I like fish. I like cheese. We have many cheeses.
And what's your favorite cheese?
It's Parmigiano Reggiano.
Why do you like it? Yes, it's my favorite one too. Yeah. I agree with you that it's very tasty.
Do you travel in Italy?
Yes, I've been there. I was in Venice, and I was in Milan, and I liked Venice very much. Because I think it's an amazing place. I like places where people are very happy, where you can see a lot of tourists, and of course their carnival is amazing, and all these boats, all the buildings, and of course food. In Italy I saw pasta which is of different colors, so it could be black, yellow, red, green. So it's amazing when you look at it, and you are happy just to see in which forms it can be, in which colors it can be. And of course oils, it can be oil with oregano, oil with pepper, oil like you are looking at the magazine, and you can look at this place, and you see like millions of bottles, and inside of these bottles you can see the same different colors, different papers, and of course that's like in the museum, so you can travel through these shops, and you can enjoy it like you are in the museum. And I remember that in Venice, if it's not in the center, if it's in the suburbs, the price for pizza was just 3 and 4 euros. So it's very, very cheap. And the taste was like it's a pizza for 30 euro. Of course, I liked it. And I like carbonara pizza. I enjoy lasagna, the same as well. So I like Italian food very much, and of course, when I have an ability to choose in which restaurant to go, I would always choose an Italian restaurant. And
do you drink wine? Do you drink beer? Do you drink water?
Yeah, I drink wine, but white wine. I don't like red wine because for me it's too heavy. So and white wine I can drink like 3 bottles, and the red wine it's enough for me like 2 cups, and I'm drunk. And Italian wine, it costs a bit higher than Spanish wine. So in Spain you can buy, I'm now in Canary Islands, and here you can buy a bottle of wine for 1 or 2 euros. If it's of a very high quality, it will cost you 5 euros. And of course, in Italy, the price for a bottle of wine is a bit higher, so it will be at about 10 euros for 1 bottle. And water, I like Vichy water, so or some other, but I think it's a Spanish fish or French.
Do you live in Spain?
Yeah, I live. I now live on the Canary Islands. So it's a part of Spain, but practically it's in Africa. So it's like a part of Morocco. Because
the weather is good.
The weather is always very, very hot, and it's always sunny. And I like this place very much, but I have a dream. I want to move to the Caribbean islands.
What's the temperature in Canary?
Usually it's 22 degrees. And
22 degrees.
Yes, 22 degrees. When it's 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the temperature can be higher, so it can be 24 degrees. And in the evening, it can be lower, or at night. When the sun goes down, the temperature can be at about 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's a good. But you are from Finland.
I'm originally from Australia, and then I lived in Finland. I lived in Spain, in near Barcelona, and I lived in Germany. I received there my PhD in international economic law, but I didn't like Germany. I like Spain more. In Germany, people like to work, and I like to relax, to go to the beach, to drink some cocktails. And German people don't understand it. And Spanish people, like Canarians, I like their lifestyle. So they prefer to work not more than 4 hours every day. And so they usually work till 2 or 3 hours. And after that, they go to the beach till the sunset, and after the sunset they go to the pubs, bars, and the nightclubs.
They enjoy their life.
Yes, they're enjoying their life, and I agree with it, because we can't earn all of the money, and if we will keep on working like in the United States for 8 or 10 hours, or like in Japan, people are working there for 18 hours every day, and a lot of people die on the work. I watched some TV program on this topic, and I saw that how good that here people don't like working. Of course, the level of living is low, so the average salary is about 800 euro per month, and but it's enough for people who live here and they live a happy life. And in the United States, people can earn $20,000 per month and work 15 hours every day, and that would be not enough for them, because in California you need to pay for one bedroom apartment just about $6,000 per month. So they earn more, but expenditures are higher. And on the Canary Islands, you can rent an apartment for 350 euro per month.
Yeah, and how the salary in Canary?
It's between 800 up to 1,200 euro. So if you work the full day, 8 hours, you have a salary of $1,200. If you work less, you have a salary from $600 to 800, or sorry, euro, from 600 euro to 800 euro.
Okay, I understand.
So it's not high, the salary is not high here, but for people that's enough. They prefer to earn less, and they can, I don't know, they can go fishing. They may not go to the restaurants, they can just go to the ocean and go fishing and catch some food for dinner, and it will be for free.
Okay.
So
do you live alone, or do you live with someone?
I'm renting a room. So I live with the owner of the flat, so to say,
Okay.
and she's giving me a room for rent,
Yeah.
and I take care of her dogs instead.
Okay.
And
Okay,
later I have an idea to save some money and to live on the ferry, on the boat, to travel around the world. So I want to live there and
Interesting.
to visit a new place every weekend. All right, so thank you very much for today. It was nice to hear you. I hope
Thank
that
you.
when you have
Nice to meet you.
when you have free time, you can call me next time. You can write me, and we'll arrange our lesson. At home,
Yeah.
try to check all the links I've sent you. Try to watch videos from TED.com. Try to find different blogs on in Instagram about traveling. Try to read what people are writing, how they are describing these pictures in English. Write down new words, and next lesson you can tell me, like, look, this is a list of 100 new English words which I found. I wrote, I watched these videos, I read these blogs, and so on. So you will be telling me what were you doing this time.
I'll try.
All right.
But when are you free
You
available to?
You can write me. Normally, I have 3 or 4 hours of lessons every day. So it means that all other time is free. So you can tell me on what day you want to